The rain that night wasn't kind, it came down in sheets, turning the streets into mirrors and headlights into ghosts. Emily Foster, soaked to the bone, pressed her grocery bags tighter against her chest as she hurried down the dimly lit road. Her umbrella had surrendered long ago to the wind. All she wanted was to get home, make a cup of tea, and forget the world for a while. That's when she saw him, a man crouched by the curb, shivering beside a broken-down car. His clothes were drenched, his hands trembling as he tried to light a useless cigarette. Something in her wanted to keep walking. It was late. He could be dangerous. But something else, something gentler, made her stop. "You okay?" she asked, stepping closer. He looked up, startled. His face was gaunt, eyes hollow yet strangely soft. "Car died. No one's stopping. Guess I look like trouble." She hesitated only a second before offering him her umbrella. "You don't. Come on, there's a diner down the road. You can get warm there." He stared at her as though she'd done something unimaginable. Then, slowly, he followed. They walked in silence through the rain, the wind whipping around them. At the diner, she bought him coffee and a sandwich. He ate like he hadn't had a meal in days. When he finally looked up, he said, "You shouldn't have helped me. The world's not kind to people like you." Emily smiled softly. "Then maybe it needs more people like me." He gave her a long, unreadable look, then nodded. "If I ever see you again," he said, "I'll return the kindness. I promise." She laughed, thinking he was joking. "Sure. 10 years from now, you'll show up at my door." He smiled faintly. 10 years sounds about right. And just like that, he disappeared from her life. 10 years later, Emily sat alone in her car, hands gripping the steering wheel, heart pounding. The dark road twisted through the woods, headlights cutting through the fog like blades. She shouldn't have been out this late, but her daughter had called from college, crying, saying she couldn't do it anymore. Emily had jumped into her car without thinking. Now, her fuel gauge blinked red. She cursed under her breath and turned down a narrow side road, hoping to find a station. Instead, she found him. A man standing in the middle of the road, waving frantically. She slammed on the brakes. Her tires screeched. The car slid to a stop inches from him. He rushed to her window. "Please, you have to help me. My brother's hurt." Something about his face made her stomach tighten, not recognition, but instinct. Still, she followed. They reached a small shack hidden in the trees. Inside, another man lay on the floor, bleeding from his shoulder. "Call 911, the first man said, his voice trembling. Emily pulled out her phone and froze when she saw the gun on the table. The man followed her gaze. His jaw tightened. "You weren't supposed to see that." Her pulse spiked. "What's going on?" He sighed. "Wrong place, wrong time. Sorry, lady." He raised the gun, but before he could pull the trigger, a shot rang out from behind him. He collapsed. Emily screamed. A second man, older, with tired eyes, stepped from the shadows, holding a pistol. "It's okay," he said, lowering the weapon. "You're safe now." Her whole body shook. "Who are you?" He took a step closer, and in the flickering light, she saw him, those same hollow eyes, softer now, older. 10 years ago, he said quietly, "You found me in the rain. You gave me food. You talked to me like I was human." Her breath caught. "The man from the diner?" He nodded. "I was in bad shape. Got caught up in bad things after that. But your kindness, it changed something. Made me believe I could still start over. I joined a rehab program. Became a volunteer helping others get clean. Tonight, I followed my brother here to stop him from doing something stupid." He looked down at the man on the floor. "Guess I was too late." Tears blurred her vision. "You saved my life." He shook his head. "You saved mine first." Outside, sirens wailed in the distance, growing louder. He stepped back toward the door. "Wait, don't go," Emily called. He gave her one last, sorrowful smile. "You always stop for strangers. I can't let you take the blame for mine." And before the police lights reached the clearing, he vanished into the forest, swallowed by the rain once more. Weeks later, Emily sat in the same diner where she'd met him years ago. A waitress brought her a cup of tea and something folded underneath it. A note. You once gave warmth to a stranger in the rain. This time, I returned the favor. Keep being kind even when it hurts. The world still needs you. Signed, M. Emily pressed the note to her chest, eyes glistening. Outside, rain began to fall again, but this time, she didn't run from it. She stood beneath it, feeling the cold drops on her skin, smiling through the tears. Because now she knew kindness never really disappears. It just waits for its moment to come full circle. Moral: even the smallest act of compassion can ripple through time, reaching us when we least expect it, sometimes, when we need saving ourselves.